my 111ers. I'm sorry for the delay in my week video coming out, but it's just been quite busy. So I just wanted to just do a little check-in. Everybody seems to be kind of rocking and rolling right now on the research project. But let's just touch base on some expectations of what's coming up so that everybody's on the same page. All right. So, my darlings, as you have probably seen this week, here are our presentations. We have a Desiree Espinosa, Tamaya Bryant, and Kayla Figgins. Um, I haven't received any of those presentations, I believe, in email. If there is one, I will go ahead and share it. But if you are one of those people, please make sure that you put your presentation on the discussion board. And also in the presentation Dropbox, I do keep the presentation rubric open while I'm watching the presentation. So I can grade you if it's on the discussion board. It just makes it easy so that I can look at it both places. All right. So this week, we're kind of continuing as we were because we are working toward developing first drafts. I got a little behind on grading, and so I'm going to spend the next couple days finishing up presentations and then giving some feedback, research check-ins. And so if you haven't heard much from me, just give me a couple days to make sure that I can give you some feedback on those original pitches, so that you can make sure that you're going in the right direction for your first draft. The first thing I wanted to kind of call your attention to, I've put this in your emails a few times, but just as a reminder to sign up for your final, that is on the HCC campus. You are required to go to campus to take this unless you're outside of, I think, a 60-minute drive. So Megan Galloway should have sent you an email. Make sure that you sign up for your time. It is a 5-paragraph essay, and I gave you the topics. So if you have not yet looked at them, that's okay. But here is where they are. So I put them under final exam, fall 2025. So prompts for the final exam are as follows. A recent Gallup poll found that a third of adults across the world felt that their government did not care about their well-being. 28% said they felt the same about their neighbors. I'm not going to read all of these out loud, but in a well-developed 5-paragraph essay, develop and discuss and support your views in the way government should or should not actively participate in social emotional well-being of our communities. 2 is discussing the degree and the increased different kinds of digital journalism that has impacted society's ability to stay informed. And then this one is specific causes and solutions for food insecurity in WNC. And then, the fourth one, I've missed the fourth one, discuss your views on the use of AI among students, which I've definitely told you I have had some issues with in the past with AI use. So those are your topics for your final exam. There's lots of really interesting, timely prompts there. And so to support you in that, we're not only doing the research paper, to get the format of the 5-paragraph essay down, but also we have this, which is a video on how to write a 5-paragraph essay to help you. So primarily, I want you to use the research paper as a guide sheet so that you can practice those skills before you go to the final exam. Many of you have opted to work alone because you did not hear much from your group mates. And I just want to make sure that it's very clear that there is a 3 C's requirement in regard to collaboration. So now, after Thanksgiving, we will be doing an editing piece on a paragraph, and you will have to participate in that editing process in order for you to get that 3 C's requirement. So if you're working alone, I'm okay with that, but you still have to be interacting with other people on the boards to satisfy the requirements. So please make sure that that is something that you are paying attention to, even if you are working alone on your research paper. Okay. All right. So for this week, just so that you are aware, the due dates for things are a little different. One, your first draft is not going to be due until after Thanksgiving. Okay. So this is something that you can begin working on, but I will be giving you feedback in the next few days on the first parts. So I would not necessarily get super far on this. I would just start putting some things together to help you move forward. Because this part, the outline and scientific inquiry workshop, this should be done first. And so what this is you are going to use the notes on the scientific method, which I've put above, so I'll show you that, that is going to create an outline for the paper. If you are working with other people, you do the outline together. If you're working alone, you do the outline alone. Okay, so this part is you're going to describe how you're going to go through the process. What are you going to do to test your data? And then how are you going to analyze your data in order for you to like discuss the scientific method? You should still have claims, you should still talk about impact, but you need to have the scientific method somewhere in there. And I have a really nice little note sheet here that gives you an overview of the scientific method and how to use it in your writing and how to use it in the writing process and like how to test ideas and how to gather your thoughts, and then how to discuss the results. So the ultimate objective of this is that I want to see how well you can gather empirical data and analyze that empirical data alongside your secondary sources. All right. And then after Thanksgiving, you'll be completing your first draft. So we have got a few things that are in the works, but they're going to be happening kind of at the same time over the next 3 weeks. So there's not really going to be anything new that'll be introduced, other than just a reflection on the year, because the your final project will take a good majority of your time. So as you are um, looking through your grades, I will update everything this week. And if you would like to have to discuss a plan of action to get the grade that you want, then please reach out to me. And without further ado, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And I can't wait to see what you guys talk about in your presentations. Bye.